as he did last game as well.
Here we go. Senior day for the Bellarmine Knights. Lipscomb 5-9 in the A-Sun. This season hasn't been the type of year they expected. Picked to finish third in the preseason poll, but that talent is still there. He's trying to peak at the right time down the stretch, going into the A-Sun tournament. On the drive, Will Pruitt is denied, and here comes Bellarmine on its first possession. Knights played well at times offensively against Jacksonville State, just did not do enough defensively in that 15-point loss here on Sunday. C.J. Fleming, senior, hits his first three.
And his first scream of the game, that excitement, that culture that he brings to this team, showing early here in the game.
He's always going to be the emotional leader for Bellarmine. Here's the starting five for Lipscomb. Balanced around Asana Sajala, filled with shooters. Parker Hazen, the do-it-all guy at 6'8". That's Trey Benham on the lane in the feed from Sajala. That's what he does so well for us, distributes.
And when you got a big guy that can touch the ball, he's got a great touch. He can play with his back to the basket, but he gets people open. He's just such a great team player to have posted up in the middle.
Same starting lineup for Bellarmine as usual. Knights need Dylan Penn to get it going early.
And that's what he gets him going, is those small jumpers right in the middle of the lane, just digging your shoulder in and putting him on your shoulder, and a little touch over top. That's his game.
He had 25 points the last time out against Lipscomb. Only took 5 shots against Jacksonville State. Again, he was under the weather, not the normal Dylan Penn. 5 to shoot. Sajala double comes for him. He's got 2 seconds and throws it away. Lenny Acuff said Bellarmine puts so many guys around Asana Sajala. They're the toughest team to get it inside against in this league.
And that's why I say Parker Hazen, he's got to get himself open as they double up, make himself available, and he's going to be a key factor to this game as Bellarmine doubles down on Hassan early.
Fleming gets to his spot. He's off to a strong start.
And 2 seniors, they know that this is one of their last times they're going to play on this court, and they're come out ready to play.
Those 2 guys have been the main scorers all year for Bellarmine. And C.J. Fleming, Dylan Penn.
And C.J. Fleming, I mean, we talk about how tough he is. He's only 6 foot. I mean, he gets in the middle lane. He plays so big for his size.
Kick out for Pruitt. Step back from the baseline, and he knocks it down.
Tough shot.
Freshman from Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Not a true freshman, but still one of the most valuable players for Lipscomb this year, averaging 10 a game. Bellarmine rolling offensively to this point. Fleming takes the pull-up, and it's off to the right. Got a foul on the floor. That was Justin Betts boxing out Will Pruitt, who shoved Betts. Forrest, that's going to be a really fun battle to watch tonight. Those are 2 of the best rebounding guards in the league. Both average more than 5 rebounds a game at 6'3".
Wow. And you know, listen, when you've got a guard that can go in and mix it up, that just opens so much up for you offensively when you've got a guard that can crash and get you second chance buckets. And it just gets so many guys open, including big guys.
The big guy for Lipscomb deflected that shot from C.J. Fleming. It went off the side of the backboard. Now here's Pruitt in transition, and Penn called for the foul, thought he got a tie-up. Looks like a good call. A lot of body there from Dylan Penn. Will Pruitt will show 2.
And Dylan has a little more bounce in him, you can tell today. You know, just getting over that sickness. And listen, these kids are getting more used to the adversity with all the virus and having to sit out and the precautions. So just another thing these kids got to come over, and the next guy just has to step up, right?
Yeah, that's been the case all year. Every team in the country affected by it. Some half-court zone here for Lipscomb, changing up the look. Fleming, short. You like that from Lipscomb?
It throws it off. I mean, listen, I think that if you can throw a little wrench in there, here and there, I don't suspect he'll stay in it long. Bellarmine shoots the ball too well, you know, but I do like a little bit of zone like that push the offense out a little bit and make them shoot some tough shots.
Pruitt split that double team on the stop and pop. He rattled out. Tied at 7, just over 4 minutes in. Here goes Penn, one-on-one. This is tough to stop. Too tough for Parker Hazen.
And again, if he's getting a guy on his back and he gets his shoulder squared up to the rim, he's got one of the best touches. It's almost a floater. It's almost a sky hook for a guard. It's hard to block it, and he does it really, really well.
Betts on the dig, double on Asajala. He splits it, but missed the lefty hook. A lot of traffic around Asajala so far this game. One of Bellarmine's specialties, limiting Asajala to 10.6 rebounds in their last meeting. Betts, turnaround for 2.
You see Bellarmine getting to the middle of the lane 4 or 5 times more now in this game than they did against Jacksonville State, creating easier buckets. That was one of the impact things of this game, was how well can they get back into the flow of back cutting and getting easy buckets, which is Bellarmine.
They have that when you were a senior, Forrest?
They did. They did honor seniors. They didn't give out jerseys, though.
We got a foul. Trey Benham. Call for the charge. Sorry, I just got to circle back to that. That sounded a little salty there, that you didn't get a jersey on senior day, and these guys did.
These jerseys they handed out for senior day framed are exceptionally nice.
Gonna put that one in the complaint box. Penn back to work in the post one-on-one and somehow leans it in.
He might have drug his feet a couple feet there. Got away with a walk, but man, when Dylan Penn is in, he's going in the post. This is a different Bellarmine basketball team than we saw last week.
Penn's 100% this game, no doubt about it. Benham, the step back, coming off a career-high 22, off to a slow start. Can just tell already the crispness with which Bellarmine plays offensively is there tonight. They didn't have it against Jacksonville State. Penn, goodness, he's on fire. And a timeout for Lenny Acuff and Lipscomb.
He's chipping away of what he lost last week when he was sick. So, and listen, I mean, we talk about he's just overpowering. Just when his back is back to the basket, dribble. He's there, quick move, soft touch. He's just really tough to stop when he gets that close to the rim.
I think he means there with that little.
I think he's saying that he's a little taller, a little bigger than his opponent, and he is. I mean, listen, you're got a little more physicality underneath. It really shows at that spot, and we've talked about his ability to get to the rim, and Bellarmine is really successful when he does that.
Dylan Penn hasn't missed tonight. He's got 8 points already. Bellarmine is 7-1 when Penn shoots over 50%. When he's efficient, team's rolling.
Yep. And he's had a lot of games where he's quiet in the first half, but explodes in the second half. And you know, if he can put a full game together, this is a tough team to beat.
3-try from Tommy Murr, the freshman. Offensive rebound to Asajala. Here's Pruitt underneath.
Great look.
Out to Murr, second try here, and a foul.
Asajala really, he's a pass-first thinking center, and he takes a dribble to get closer to a pass, not just to set himself up for a better shot, which is very unique for a big guy.
And most big guys don't think about taking a dribble to get closer for a pass, right?
Yeah, well then, bring a guy to him. He's smart enough to know that when he takes a dribble, it brings another guy to him and creates an open offensive player. And so he really just, the mentality is different for Hassan than other centers.
Lenny Acuff said it plain and simple. He is the best passing big man in the country, and there's no debate about it. Garrett Tipton leans in over the top of KJ Johnson. Bellarmine's going right at the rim tonight.
I think that they see that they have a little bit more of a physical presence in this game than against Jacksonville State and other teams, and they need that. Like we talked about, they need to get some easy buckets, and they've decided to go early at that, and it's been successful.
Will Pruitt drains it and was fouled. 4-point play chance that Bellarmine's given up for the second straight game.
We've seen a lot of those this year.
Yeah.
I mean, literally a lot. Impact of key of the game was closeouts. And how can you close out, stay on your feet, hand in the face, but be under control without fouling a three-point shooter?
It seems like these 4-point play chances come because your closeout is not so blatantly running into the guy, but it's close enough where you just nick him and he can still get off a clean shot.
And when you're a shooter, you're looking for a guy to nick you. I've seen guys, just flare. They have little tricks that you can go do as a shooter to draw that foul.
More zone from Lipscomb, second time they've shown it this half. Here comes Penn, and he's swallowed up by Asajala. Right out to Tipton, though. What a break for Bellarmine.
He didn't give up on the play, got it back, found an open player. He drew the defense to him on the block, and Bellarmine just hitting some shots early here.
Ultra efficient to start. Well, people know this program for. Here's Asajala. No double this time, and he makes him pay.
Quick enough move, saw the double coming, got it off before it got there. He's got a great touch. It makes him a great passer. It makes him also a great finisher underneath.
Bash Whelan from the baseline. Off the mark, but a tap out from Hoth.
Great look.
Right back to Hoth for the deuce. That's all effort from Kurt. Whelan the jump out off that screen. Now the double comes for Asajala. Tough pass out of the corner. Deflected around, almost on that side.
On your schedule to get your team excited, exposure, get your name out for the university, and to challenge your team for later on in the season like right now.
Dylan Penn is absolutely rolling. Now has 10 points on 5 of 6 from the floor. Only took 5 shots last game. Here's a steal. Tipton, Fleming. Now he circles out. Here comes Penn.
Great decision by C.J. Fleming to pull it out, and it ended up in a layup. He didn't force anything.
Jacksonville State, again, they were undermanned. Alec Freem still out tonight. Dylan Penn, Justin Betts under the weather. So was Ethan Claycomb. Jacksonville State punched him in the mouth right from the start. Bellarmine's returning that favor to Lipscomb tonight.
And Justin Betts got, just absolutely beat up in that game. Yeah. Twisted ankle, came back and played. This is a tough team, but Jacksonville State was just really physical.
You could argue they're the favorite in the A-Sun right now.
I would say so.
As KJ Johnson's fouled, and he'll head to the line.
Liberty, Jacksonville State, out of the two, I think Jacksonville State seemed to be a little more physical, have a little more of all of the weapons to make a run in the tournament.
So Lipscomb just had to take a timeout after Bellarmine got an easy basket after the previous timeout. Let's go to Olivia Russell.
Yeah, the Lipscomb guys trying to figure out how to stop this Bellarmine offense. Coach Acuff told his guys they're playing fine, but Bellarmine has put up 26 points in less than 10 minutes. He said the problem with that, they're giving up too many second chance shots, and Bellarmine is capitalizing on that. He said they have to stay on them, tighten up on defense, and stop that momentum. Guys, back to you all.
Yeah, I'd say tighten up the defense. That's an understatement.
And you're giving too many easy buckets, and if you're going to give second chance shots, then you can't give up easy buckets as well.
Better defensive possession here for Lipscomb. This is what Bellarmine had to do so many times against Jacksonville State. C.J. Fleming delivers again.
He loves the last couple seconds in a shot clock. He loves a big time shot, and he hits it 9 out of 10 times.
KJ Johnson, that pass just got away from him, and Hassan Asajala, nothing is working for Lipscomb right now.
And they seem a little deflated. Nothing's really going their way. And one person, we talked about Parker Hazen, they haven't really gone to him. He really tore Bellarmine up last year at home, and I'm surprised they aren't going to him more. Bellarmine's doubling on Asajala after one dribble, and they need to find Parker Hazen.
Hof the jam, Claycomb the feed, Bellarmine up 14. Knights can't do anything wrong right now. Open 3 try. Short for Tanner Shulman. Trying to get it to Hof. Murr on the front for Lipscomb. And finally, oh, they get an offensive foul. Got tipped in for it underneath. One more look at the dunk. That's what they do in warm-ups. They finally get to do it in a game.
And you know what I like about it? He's a true freshman. The next play down, he's posted up calling for the ball. He's building that confidence, which is Bellarmine really needs underneath.
So on the the post defense there is Asajala gets it to Hazen for 2.
And again, that's what I think Lipscomb needs to do is after that one dribble, let Hassan Asajala dribble at the double come and then duck him in on the other side.
Lipscomb trying to rally here. 8 to go in the first half. Hove takes a 3 this time and buries it.
And they've given him space all game long. He can shoot the ball as well.
Right around 30% this year, but they've come in some pretty big moments. Asajala on the run. He's slow to get up. Bellarmine has 5 on 4. Finally gets back. Now it's even. Betts probing. 8 to shoot, out to Claycomb, rises, short. Here's Hazen on the post. I think that hit Ethan Claycomb.
It did.
And then Bellarmine gives it right back.
Flow of things.
Asajala tore his meniscus in the Tennessee Tech game in the non-conference as Will Pruitt's at the line. Did come back to start conference play, but conditioning-wise, Asajala just not quite the same as he was at the start of the year. And when you use this guy that much, highest usage rate for any post player in the country, that's a big deal.
Yeah, you're immediately in an identity crisis. You know, everything goes through him. And so when you don't have him, or if he's not up 100%, then you've got to have other players step up. And sometimes, some seasons, you don't have the personnel to do that.
Guys have had to play out of position for Lipscomb. But a lot of wrongs can be righted in the final 2 weeks of the season if you catch fire. That's what they're trying to do down the stretch this season. 3 ball nailed by Garrett Tipton. Bellarmine's offense is on pace for over 100 tonight. Three try for Lipscomb, another miss. Out of bounds off Bellarmine though.
Tipton's been a nice surprise for Bellarmine this year. He's come in, he's very efficient at the three-point line. He gives them a couple boosts here and there. You know, with Alec Freem out, he's a guy that definitely needs to step up.
Yeah, he's played way more with Alec Freem out, around 20 minutes a game. Coach has said his defense has really picked up this year compared to previous years.
There he is there, stopping his man, going to the hole.
Yeah, cut off Trey Benham. Now 5 to shoot for Benham. Short on the deep 3. Offensive rebound for Caleb Coleman. Right over to Greg Jones, and he nails it. Feels like a big 3 for Lipscomb there.
Only down 11. I felt like they should be down more than that. They've really kept themselves in the game and just chipped away at that.
Greg Jones called for the blocking foul. If Lipscomb's only down single digits at halftime, that's got to be a win for them.
Absolutely, especially how hot Bellarmine has been.
They're shooting 73%. Fleming pivoting at the elbow. Takes the deep 3. Money!
Playing with so much confidence right now, CJ Fleming. Senior night coming in, hits tough shots, hits deep threes, gets his guys open, creates things. He's just a well-rounded player, a guy that you want in your program.
Bar raiser, according to Scott Davenport. Betts picks off the bounce pass. Slows it up. Over to Sam DeVault. Right back to DeVault. Releases the 3. In and out. Betts almost got the offensive rebound. Bellarmine's just flying everywhere. Quick trigger. Jones, no. Rebound DeVault.
The physicality of this game is way different than against Jacksonville State. Every rebound in that game was tough.
Yeah, there's nobody around on these rebounds tonight.
It's, you know, we talked about last game at how you had to put a butt on somebody and create space. This game, it's a touch of a block out, and then you're open. There's not much effort.
Greg Jones lays it in. Lenny Acuff said, hey, let's get it rolling. Come on, boys. Lipscomb did have a massive comeback in their last game Saturday against North Alabama, trailing by 17 at halftime.
When you have shooters and you've got a big guy that can find shooters, you can have big comebacks. They're the type of team that's dangerous down by 15 late in the second half because Sana Sajula can find open players to hit threes.
Yeah, if you can shoot, you're not out of it for a while. Lipscomb has shooters around Sajula. Hit just 3 threes so far tonight, though. Stagnant here offensively. Pruitt asking for a screen. Sajula sets it. Pruitt pulls up and delivers.
Man, he's going to be tough. A redshirt freshman. He's got a lot of ability to score. You know, if I'm on Lipscomb's team, Sana Sajula is my best friend, and it almost feels like they're giving it to him to go make a play. When I grew up in the era of we probably had Bellarmine had one of the worst mascots of all time. So they have upgraded over the years, and it's good to see that the mascot quality has raised the bar as well.
Betts misses the 3, Sajula the rebound. What made the mascot bad?
It looked like a golf ball. Had a lot of holes in the head. It wasn't an appealing mascot.
A golf ball night. Nick Thielen into the game defending Asana Sajula. Nick Thielen returning from a groin injury recently. 30 in white for Bellarmine. 10 to shoot for Will Pruitt. He just hit the last 3. Tanner Schulman in and out. That would have made it a 6-point game. You said it during the break, Forrest. Feels like Bellarmine could be up 20 right now.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think that somehow Lipscomb has stayed in this game. It's going through Asana Sajula, obviously, but it's chipping away here and there. Bellarmine hasn't scored a lot of threes, right? And I think Lipscomb has come back, hit some threes, and if you can hit threes, you can chip away at leads.
Pruitt on the drive, kick out for Schulman. He hits this time. Look at that shooting percentage for Bellarmine. And Lipscomb's down just 8.
It's impressive.
Dillon's playing with 2 fouls. He's got to be careful. Betts has 5 in a row.
And everybody for Bellarmine in the mix hitting threes today.
An offensive explosion after a tough offensive night against Jacksonville State on Sunday. Showman throws it up for 500. Thielen corrals, and Bellarmine settles in. Knights trying to right the ship down the stretch of the season after 3 straight home losses. They will play another home game in the A-Sun quarterfinals next week. One more game against Eastern Kentucky Saturday. Tipped in. Lipscomb can go 2 for 1 here if they move quick.
They extend Sajala quite heavy. Wow, great move. You know, they extend him above the three-point line. I'd like to see him more at the elbow, the free throw line, where he can be in the mix in the offense. Him starting at the three-point line really pulls him out of the play. Look how quick he is.
He's such a good passer, but he's also a great post-up player. You want to use that strength too.
And we also said that in the break too. You know, I think Lipscomb, it looks like his teammates are looking for him to go get a bucket. But his mentality is point guard first. He's looking for other players to get open as defensive players are coming to him. They just don't seem to be on the same page. But again, still chipping at this lead that Bellarmine has, down to 9 now.
Chance for a load of subs for both teams. Sajala will take a seat. He's really exploded under Lenny Acuff in his 3rd season. Averaged just 7 and 6 his freshman year. Since then, I mean, his sophomore season, he averaged 18 points a game, 10 rebounds a game, and 4 assists per game. A little trivia here for you, Forrest. One of 2 Division I players in the last 30 years to have that stat line. Who's the other guy?
I'm going to take a stab at it. Let's say Anthony Davis.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons. I would have not guessed that.
Foul on Quincy Clark. Now Ben's career has gone a bit downhill since that point, but still pretty impressive.
His career stats, he's at 1,400 points, 800 rebounds, and 300 assists.
Only player in the A-Sun to ever do that.
It's unbelievable. And he's just got such a touch with the ball that most centers, they just don't have. It's something that's a natural born ability.
Now Bellarmine's asking for a shooting foul there. Penn thought he went up into a shooting motion as Clark reached in to foul. We've got 8 seconds trying to extend this lead. They've led by as many as 15 here in the first half. Here's Fleming, he's Mr. Big Shot. Almost twirled it in, out of bounds off Bellarmine with 3 to go. Now Sajala is going to come back in. Normally you don't see your big man on the floor with only 3 seconds left, but he's such a good passer, and he can catch that long pass too.
I would run him up here in the middle to catch the entry pass and then find somebody open.
It's Tommy Murr from half court. Jobby. With a win tonight, Bellarmine can keep its hopes of an A-Sun West championship alive, but they need some help from Jacksonville State. Great first half offensively for Bellarmine. Scott Davenport wants some improvement defensively.
We talk about being on what side of the bracket. You know, listen, I definitely think Jacksonville State is just as dangerous as Liberty.
They've got the tools for sure.
Absolutely.
3 to shoot for Betts. Hoists it up. Off the heel.
Bellarmine matches up better with Liberty than they do Jacksonville State.
Greg Jones left open and delivers. Down to a 6-point game. Down by as many as 15 in the first half. Lipscomb's carved into this lead. And you flash back to Saturday when they came back from down 17 at halftime. Asajala the big block. Here's Pruitt, 4-point game.
Lipscomb very similar to Bellarmine. They're going to continue to play their game. We talked about if you could hit threes, you could be in the game and cut away from leads, and they've done that. They're within 4 here at 1 point, down by 15.
Penn back to work, one-on-one with Hazen.
And right there shows you how good he is as a post-up guard, taking a big guy and overpowering him underneath.
Trying to get Asajala on the repost, deflected out to Betts. Fleming gets past Jones for 2.
Just a little more speedy. That's all that was.
He's deceptive off the bounce.
He
Talked about
is.
that in the open.
And he's also, his size, he plays bigger than he really is. He just has the will and the determination to be the hardest working player on the court.
Asajala, the soft touch.
I would rely on that a little bit. He's got some great touch. He's got some size. Bellarmine has struggled a little bit with a little more physical players underneath, and I would definitely tell him to go to the rim a little bit more in the second half.
Just the 3rd turnover of the game there for Bellarmine. Miscommunication with Hof and Betts. Scott Davenport can't believe it, apparently.
I think they just come out a little flat compared to how they were playing in the first half.
Yeah, there was a juice from the start for Bellarmine at the beginning of this one. Betts gets the jump ball. Possession will stay with Lipscomb.
Great hands by Betts. That's a tough defense off the help. Makes Bellarmine really tough defensively sometimes.
With how outsized they are most of the time against teams in this league, they've got to be great with help defense.
You've got to be gritty. You've got to have that certain something that great defensive players have. And you've got to stop fouling people on threes.
Yeah, that's a problem.
It has become a problem for the Knights this year, is being under control on closeouts.
That's the second on Penn, too, on a 3-point shooter. Just clipped Benham in the arm. And that's 3 fouls on Dylan Penn as well. That's an even bigger problem. Benham misses the second. Hit 2/3 of his free throws this year. Lenny Acuff said he's definitely our best shooter as just a freshman, a true freshman.
He's got the side open. Go to the corner there and go to the hole. I love that he can just take a couple of dribbles, clear it out, and let him post up.
Do you think he's hesitant there with 3 fouls?
Absolutely.
Betts knocks it down. Maybe doesn't take that one-on-one chance if he has just 2. Knights up by just 6, led by 15 in the first half. They go back to Asajala, one-on-one for now. No dig comes, cuts to a cutting Benham.
When you don't have that double down, the pass is a little bit easier. I love that on one dribble, they were doubling Hassan Asajala, making him passing a little more unclear, a little harder in the first half.
Fleming sneaks through there, pivots, and delivers.
He's been tough all year, but the past 2 games, he's been exceptionally tough, hitting tough shots late in the shot clock.
Asajala, Hazen misses though, but a foul.
And Hassan Asajala is starting to feel comfortable. You see him rolling. He's seeing the court a little bit better. And what a great look to Parker Hazen, who definitely needs to get involved in this game.
Ooh, ferocious try. Parker Hazen, Valpo transfer, his third stop in college, playing in his final season. Played in Valpo as a freshman, then actually went to Iowa Western Community College as a sophomore. Lenny Acuff said he's our best athlete by far. Does a little bit of everything for this team. All right, Bellarmine trying to figure out its defense here because Lipscomb's figured out the offense. Now they change up their look defensively with zone. Entry pass for Penn. Backs up, surveys. Trying to probe. Pass deflected. Betts got it. Betts open, and he hits it. Will Pruitt on the attack. Send out the seniors on a win. Got one more game in the regular season against Eastern Kentucky on Saturday. Regular season home finale before the ASUN tournament next week. Lipscomb down by 15 in the first half, been as close as 4 here in the second. Parker Hazen, 6 to shoot. Strides all the way to the rim for 2. Hazen starting to get going underneath. Asajala drawing a lot of attention. Hazen taking advantage.
Surprised they haven't exposed that more this game, going to Parker Hazen through Hassan Asajala. He's a heck of an athlete, and he's a great scorer.
Steal from Ognasovic. Hazen lost it, out of bounds off Bellarmine.
You know, he can put the ball on the floor. Parker Hazen can put the ball on the floor. He can take you from the wing. He's a great offensive player, especially when he's working alongside the best passing big guy in the ASUN.
In his third year with Lipscomb, just seems really comfortable with the system. Him and his brother Bracken from Columbia City, Indiana, the Brian Cardinal of basketball in this region. They went everywhere, but Hazen settled in. Almost got the 3. Bellarmine clears. Garrett Tipton, spark in the first half off the bench for Bellarmine. Back in there for the Knights, trying to solve some defensive issues. Offense still flowing. Dylan Penn attacks. Penn through contact. Penn and Fleming have been carrying the load offensively. Ognasovic misses the 3. Penn change of pace out to Fleming. He'll slow it up. Betts kicks out for Fleming. Now it's Hof in the post. Hof gets to his spot and drops it in.
Great move by Hof. He's got great touch, and we talk about his footwork. That he knew where he was on the court without even really seeing it. Put his guy on his shoulder. He's a great addition, and look for big things from Hof being a true freshman.
Betts was really upset about that foul call. Thought he got the steal. Screaming around half court. While we have the chance, let's go to Olivia.
Yeah, Bellarmine clearly getting frustrated with some of these foul calls, even from the coaches, the fans, some of the players too. They want to focus on how they can regroup. Now, Coach Davenport pointed out how those first 2 possessions, the Bisons never made a pass. He said they have to force them to run an actual offense. These players said they lost the first 4 minutes heading into that media timeout, and they need to win the next one. Guys, back to you all.
Well, Olivia, those foul calls continue to start up, or continue right now, as that was Dylan Penn called for it. Yep, that's Penn's 4th foul.
Wow. Yeah, and I think a lot of this is coming off a game that was so physical, not much called until the very late in the game against Jacksonville State. So adjusting to how a referee's calling the game and what you just came off of, which is a totally different atmosphere, that's what the little shell shock is going on for the team and the fans and the coaching staff. They're back in this zone. I like the zone. You asked me earlier what I think about the zone. I like that it compacts the middle a little bit because Bellarmine's done so well underneath in the middle of the court, and it's forced them to take some shots.
The shots against the zone have been much tougher than their shots against the man-to-man for sure.
Absolutely.
Asajala, double comes late. Bet stays, kick out, Murr. Rebound, strong one from Hof. Tipton goes to work, creates space, leans in, and is fouled. And here come the cheers. We just heard a fan say, that's Bellarmine's first free throw of the night. He's right.
When you're in the state of Kentucky, your fans are well educated. And that's been really neat too, you know, being part of this program, going into Division I, to see in a state that's so covered in red and blue, to see everybody come together, right? You know, when Louisville struggled, they've seen the fans kind of attract to the Bellarmine Knights, and they love the program, what Scotty's done here, and it's really attracted some good fans.
You would know this with Butler in Indiana. They're kind of like the Butler of Indiana as far as fan bases go. Asajala fouled on the floor. You know, everyone's rooting for Indiana-Purdue over in Indiana, but you got to like Butler, right?
Yeah.
Same thing here with Bellarmine.
I think if you're a fan, you respect the way that Bellarmine plays basketball. You respect the way that Butler has built their program on hard working, smart players. It's a very similar feel, and you're definitely attracting real educated fans.
Asajala in the post again, out to Pruitt. Offensive rebound, Ognasovic, the stick back and one.
And again, we talked about last game against Jacksonville State by creating space when you block out. We saw here where got on the wrong side and just didn't have position, and being out of position actually called the foul.
The redshirt freshman transfer from Valpo converts the three-point play. Back to a 4-point game. Lipscomb just won't go away.
And Asajala out, I would go straight in the middle. Let's see how far they can get to the middle of the court, draw some defense to you, and then kick it out to Ethan Claycombs or somebody for a three on the outside perimeter.
Tipton takes it at the rim, but he missed the reverse.
Good idea, though. Good take. Bellarmine will live with that take.
Jones! Out of back story. He's really battled in this game and in this year. Sheboygan, Wisconsin native. Went to Valpo initially. Great freshman year. This season transfers to Lipscomb, their best player in the non-conference. Multiple 30-point games, but developed health issues, and he's lost 20 pounds since the start of the year. Battled his way back into the lineup, plays 15 to 20 minutes a game. That's all they can give him. But his minutes are very valuable, as you saw from that replay. And Sam DeVault trying to replicate the same thing off the bench here for Bellarmine.
A great touch by Sam underneath. Again, Bellarmine playing really well, having that shoulder to the basket over the other shoulder with a little touch underneath around the rim.
They went back to Ognasovic there, but he missed this time. Tipton standing on the sideline. Now Ognasovic takes a seat. Again, won't play more than 15 to 20 minutes a game because of those health issues. It's going to take a full off season for him to get back to 100%, but still an important part of this Lipscomb rotation. Inside Asajala, spinning over to Vault. Soft touch, missed it. Scott Davenport calls out a set. Fleming pops out, 7 to shoot. Handoff for Betts. Betts attacks, shot fake. Almost got it, his tip out right to Murr. Lipscomb hasn't been able to get over the hump so far in this game. Murr drive and kick, here comes the ball movement. Murr in the corner, springs free, and lays it in past DeVault. At 6'1". Not many points in the paint tonight for Lipscomb, yet they still trail by just 2 possessions. Fleming got past the initial defender, but that shot affected by Asajala.
Bellarmine could really use an easy bucket right now, a couple easy buckets that didn't go their way. But Lipscomb in the game here, this is a big possession.
Charge is called. Murr thought he got a 3-point play. Big possession, that was a big call. Got there in time, right?
That was a great job by DeVault to see that a player was attacking, knew that he had position, and you saw him step outside of that arc. He knew where his footwork was, stepped outside and took the charge. What a great heads-up play.
Tipton, one-on-one advantage here, and he takes advantage. That's a lot of size on 6'1", 165, Tommy Murr.
And Tipton's been, like we talked earlier, he can hit threes. He's got a lot of explosive ability. Big 3 there.
KJ Johnson, quiet until that point. Lipscomb's #2 scorer last year, had a frustrating season riddled with injuries. Big time 3 makes it a 1-possession game. DeVault wide open. Foul on the floor, Whelan battling with Johnson, and they get Johnson.
Great possession there. A pick and pop, wide open, settled in, and you can live with that wide open 3 if you're Bellarmine.
Again, Knights had a big lead in the first half. Looked like they might run away with this thing. Lipscomb's been able to battle back. Fleming misses, rebound for Trey Benham, and Lipscomb can take the lead, or rather tie. Johnson missed it. Tough drive. Foul.
Lipscomb's been velvety smooth at the free throw line, and you hit free throws, you stay in ball games.
Word of the game right there, velvety. Lipscomb is top 15 in the country in free throw attempts per game, so doing what they do best. Here comes Garrett Tipton. He's been a spark off the bench. He's got 13.
Very athletic. He's a bouncy kid. He can dunk the ball real well, plays above the rim. He's been a big spark with Alec Freem being out injured right now.
Minutes way up since that injury, and Tipton's definitely delivered for the Knights this season. Asajala, quick double comes from Tipton, knocks it away, and Claycomb picks it up.
And for Bellarmine, it was a smart move to go back to that double on Asajala. It's really, really affected his game as they gone down, affected his scoring and ability to pass.
Lenny Acuff said it. Bellarmine makes it the toughest on Lipscomb out of any team in the league to enter it into the post. Tipton again. Oh, heat check. Deflection from Hof. Betts almost got there, did his best, but it's back to Lipscomb. Forrest, if anyone's going to dive on the floor over the course of a given game, it's going to be him.
Yeah, listen, he's the toughest player that knows where to be. He's always in the right spot, but it's because he's working before the ball gets to that position that puts him always in the right spot. So, Justin is a big plus for the Bellarmine Knights.
Him and C.J. Fleming, a couple of seniors here on senior day. Justin has an option to return next year. He would be a massive help next season if he stays as the glue guy for Bellarmine.
And I would suspect that he would. He's a culture guy. He loves the team, the program, but such a big part of this team and how they get going. They go through Justin not just for points, but for just getting a steal or a loose ball.
And this free throw disparity continues to grow. Give credit to Lipscomb for being aggressive, but this is massive. Helping them stay in it, down just one possession. Second to last game of the regular season. With a Lipscomb win and EKU loss, they lock up a first-round home game. Here's Betts, 5 to shoot. Betts fades, short. Rebound pulled down by the freshman Benham. How many chances have they had to tie it, and they haven't been able to do it yet? Sajala out of the double. Jones. Benham fouled.
What I like that Asana Sajala did there, he knew the double was coming. Bellarmine's now back to doubling on the first dribble. He took the dribble out, extended himself outside to the three-point line, and gave himself a better vision of the court, allowing him to have a better pass to Jones on the other side for a three, which led to a great shot for them. Back to the free throw line.
Let's go to Olivia.
Guys, Coach Acuff trying to keep a positive message during that last timeout and calm his guys down. He said they got a little bit frustrated after some of those calls out there, but he said keep their composure. They've got to play through it. There's still more than 5.5 minutes left on the clock, and they can't quit. Guys, back to you all.
There's been zero quit in Lipscomb tonight after trailing by 15 in the first half. Closest they've been since the early stages of this game. Dylan Penn playing with 4 fouls. Somehow gets the roll. Great atmosphere for ball and a great game tonight. Bellarmine up by 4, just about 5 minutes to play. Sajala's pass is stolen. KJ Johnson gets to it first, though.
Go right back to him and see if he can, off the screen, maybe give back to him. 3.
Benham, short. Benham almost got it. Bellarmine cleans it up.
And back to Asana Sajala, I think the offense still goes through him almost every single time down the court, and that's smart. He is a point guard center.
He runs this team. Back cut, Fleming. Haven't seen too many back cuts tonight, but that was a big one.
And him playing bigger than he really is. Again, he's just so tough underneath.
What a tough shot from Trey Benham, the true freshman. They've had an answer every Bellarmine spurt this half.
Ethan Claycomb's been a little quiet this game. Get him involved a little bit.
Betts passes away from Claycomb to Hof. Hof saves it. Knights can milk some more time. Fleming's going to take this shot. Short, Hof battling, but Sajala snatches it away. Bellarmine wanted a foul. Lipscomb can tie here. Benham. No foul call. Official started to raise his arm, but he didn't blow the whistle. Claycomb. Air ball. Right back to Claycomb. That was Betts on the save. Or angry about a 3-second call. The outside official made the call, not the official underneath the basket. Back underway, 3 to go.
You know, I think as an official, you've got to get on the same page as everyone else and call the game consistently on both sides.
Another foul on a three-point shot. The third for Bellarmine this game, and Lipscomb can tie it at the line. That's a foul, right?
Yeah, listen, if you're getting to a guy, you overcommit, you don't physically extend hands up and stay on the ground, you're going to get a shooter that he's going to flare. And as soon as he gets touched, a shooter is designed to bake and bet you into the foul. So closeouts are massive. And we talked about that as a key impact to the game, and that's because Bellarmine has fouled so many players at the three-point line.
You just can't make any contact with them whatsoever. 1 point game, closest Lipscomb has been since the opening minutes. Amazing they have not gone down yet. Looking for another second half rally. Penn was fouled on the drive.
And a great decision. I love that Dylan Penn sees that he needs to get momentum going to the rack and to the rim, and Hof decided to cut right in behind him. That's Bellarmine basketball. Get your best player going to the hole, and then have somebody for a secondary right behind him, cutting right behind you.
Penn's going one-on-one. Floater misses from the elbow. Lipscomb can take the lead on this possession. Here comes Hazen off the curl. Into the post for Asajala. Double comes, trying to pass out of it, but Penn picks it off.
He does not handle the double team pressure very well.
And Bellarmine's been throwing doubles at him all night. Got him in that short corner. Bellarmine trying to cash in off the turnover. CJ Fleming's taken so many big shots for Bellarmine over the course of the season. He says clear out. Fleming hits it!
Wow. That's a tough three.
On senior day, 2-possession game.
He is really struggling. He loves floating a little bit. He can cross you over because it does not affect him whatsoever to float away from the basket.
Could have the game winner tonight. Let's see. It's Fleming again. Fleming denied. Jones out of bounds off Bellarmine. Big defensive possession right there for Lipscomb. Jones said, I'm not having this again.
It's tough to block CJ Fleming because his release is so high and over his head that almost every time, if you do block him, that you've got to be in his body. It's almost a foul.
Clock malfunction here. Refs are going to take a look. Crew of John Dillon, Coy Gammon, J.P. Prim. So Forrest, if you're Lipscomb, what do you do right here? A minute left, down by 4.
Well, listen, I think that Asana Sajula has played exceptionally well. I think that the double team has really affected his game, and especially of late. I think Jones has played well. I think that if you get the ball into Jones's hands, you get a ball fake, get him going to the rim, and get Asana Sajula open when the defense comes to another player.
He hasn't handled doubles well the last couple of possessions. Cross court, Benham pulls up, short, Claycomb has the rebound and is fouled by Pruitt. One more foul puts Bellarmine in the bonus. Bellarmine had a pretty good look there.
You know, they've gotten good looks late, as of late. Just the turnovers have really killed them here late in this game.
I killed him in the first half, too, when Bellarmine raced out to a 15-point lead. Now they foul Penn. They're trying to extend this to 6 with 36 seconds left.
Well, it's been a very interesting game. Bellarmine came out hot, shooting the lights out. And you know, we looked up several times, and I said, how is Lipscomb still in this game? And then you talk late in this game, there's been some officiating, and that's been a little bit soft or a little bit overcalled, and the crowd getting into it. It's been a really weird game.
Penn missed the front end. Pruitt lost it, though. Pruitt out of control. Bellarmine cleans it up. Now Fleming is fouled by Pruitt, and he's not the guy you want to send to the line.
And again, turnovers have absolutely just kept Lipscomb from being in this game.
What a missed opportunity there.
It's tough to see. You know, young man, redshirt freshman, just his future is super bright. Pruitt, you know, this team just really struggled putting the ball into the hole and even getting a shot off the last 4 or 5 possessions, just due to the sticky defense and the double team of Bellarmine.
Fleming misses. Scott Davenport says don't foul a jump shooter. 20 seconds left. Pruitt rises. Short. Out to Lipscomb. Jones hits it. Digit lead after halftime. So they've been there. This game, that narrative's been flipped. Playing comeback tonight. Got to foul somebody. They foul Betts. 11 seconds to go. Justin, another senior, put in a big spot for Bellarmine tonight as Asajala comes back in the game. Fifth-year senior from just across the river in New Albany. 72% at the line this year. 1-1. Knocks it down. That's a big free throw. This one's even bigger. Rolls home. 2-possession game. Lipscomb's got to go quick. It's Pruitt for 2. Here we go. It's off to Betts. Johnson barely reaches out to grab him. That probably saved a couple of seconds.
Absolutely. He was very close to getting away and creating a bad situation that Lipscomb didn't have much time left.
Feels like this is pretty much it. If Betts can hit these 2 free throws, Bellarmine will come out with a win on senior day.
You say that, but they have fouled 3 times on 3-point shots today.
That's true.
You would think that they are going to be a little hesitant on overcommitting on a 3-point play.
Betts leaves the first short. It's double bonus. This to make it a 3-point game. Lipscomb will at least have a chance to tie. Three-point game. Here it is for Lipscomb. Pruitt to Jones. Jones for the tie. Way